RonDeSantis ends his presidential campaign. Florida governor announces support for Donald Trump. Florida governor and contender for the Republican nomination in the U.S. presidential election, Ron DeSantis announced his withdrawal from the race and supported Donald Trump. This became known from DeSantis' video message, published on his page in X. Earlier on January 21, Bloomberg reported the governor's plans to end the campaign, citing sources in the politician's campaign headquarters. According to the latest data, he is behind Donald Trump and former U.S. ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley in the state. The decision comes 2 days before the New Hampshire primary. According to several polls, he was trailing not only Donald Trump in the state, but also former U.S. ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley. Despite the fact that DeSantis took second place in the Iowa primary on January 15, his gap from Trump was too large, and in states where the next primaries will be held, like New Hampshire and South Carolina, he trails not only Trump but also Nikki Haley. Political scientist Jan Veselov explains the reason for the candidate's withdrawal from the race. DeSantis said he would support Trump, so the majority of his voters will most likely support the former president. The expert says this was recorded in polls even before he left the race. For Haley, whose odds were already slim, this makes the path to victory even more difficult. But on the other hand, now she is the only choice for anti-Trump voters, Veselov concluded. Contenders for the presidency from the Republican Party, based on the results of the primaries, should be known before July 15. DeSantis announced his participation in the presidential election on May 24, 2023. At that time, many perceived him as Trump's strongest opponent in the fight for the Republican nomination.